It's Cougar Sports Saturday.
It's complete. Another touchdown!
Cougar Sports Saturday. A presentation of KSL Sports.
Left wing for three. He got it again!
BYU Sports Talk by Cougar fans for Cougar fans. Brought to you by Any Hour Services, Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Here are your hosts, Mitch Harper and Matt Baiamonte. On Utah's legacy home of the Cougars. KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome back in. It's Cougar Sports Saturday. Matt Baiamonte and Mitch Harper. We've had a lot of great interviews. Of course, they all exist on our podcast feed, Cougar Sports Saturday, wherever you get podcasts. But if you missed these, well worth a listen. Here you go. We're here with BYU linebacker Jack Kelly. 2 weeks through the season. What do you think of this BYU defense so far?
I mean, it's been great, really seeing everyone bond and come together. Putting in the extra time and effort throughout the offseason and through the season right now has really been showing off, and I'm just proud of all my guys doing their thing and making plays. You
weren't here last year, but there wasn't a lot of sacks. There wasn't a lot of quarterback pressures, and through 2 games, it looked like that is much improved. Why do you think that is?
I'd just say understanding the scheme and everyone believing in each other. I think when we all are truly understanding and believing in each and every one that is on the field, it makes you play that much harder and it gives that little extra effort that it takes to make big plays like that.
Against SMU, you guys had to come up with the stand at the end of the game. It looked like there was some spy technique there on that last drive where you guys were shutting down Jennings. Talk us through that sequence and how effective you guys were at shutting down SMU on that final drive.
I mean, it all starts with the DBs at first because they got to cover for a long time. And then it does the great pass rush from the D-line and the linebackers covering, making the quarterback roll out. And then I just had to do my part because they all did their job, and then I just had to do my spy and make sure he didn't run for a first down.
From week 1 to week 2, it felt like you guys did a lot better in terms of containing that quarterback run. Why do you think the defense was able to make such improvements from one week to another?
All the coaches doing an amazing job coaching us up on what we need to do in order to stop that, and then also just game planning and play calling. Our coaches were able to implement some things and allow us to play those QB runs a little bit better, and I think that's just all part of it.
We're talking with Jack Kelly here. You've reviewed the film now, I would assume, from the SMU game. What were a couple of defensive plays that really stuck out to you as being just great defensive plays in that win?
Obviously, that Mark Collins pick, that thing was huge. I think another one was, I don't know if he tried to pitch it, but the running back was falling and fumbled the ball after they just got the ball on a pick on the 3. So that was a huge turn of events. And then I'd just say all the sacks overall combined from all the D linemen and everyone, and Isaiah Glasker as well.
You mentioned Mark Collins. What do you make of the DB play from him and Jacob Robinson so far this year?
Oh, you can trust those two with everything. Even Shmev, Maury, you got all the corners that are doing their job, locking down. Mark and Jacob, they're going to be where they need to be, and they're not scared of contact, so they're going to be in the run game as well. But at the end of the day, they're going to lock up their matchups, and you're not going to have to worry about those guys. This
week you go on the road again to Laramie. What challenges does this Wyoming team face? Because they're winless. They've had some struggles, but what are some areas offensively that you guys have to be sharp on against the Cowboys?
Honestly, everything, because they're going to come in hungry. They want that first win. They're going to give everything they can to get that. So I think they're going to have some things for us that we may not have seen on film yet. So they're going to be extra hard in the run game, throwing extra shots, doing everything. So I think we got to come prepared for everything.
This is a fierce rivalry from the Wyoming side. In a lot of ways, I think this might be their biggest rival. Has that been discussed? How much emphasis has there been on, hey, these guys are going to really want this game?
There hasn't been a lot, but Kalani has definitely talked a little bit about how it is a rivalry game and how we're going to have to come with our A game. You can't think this is any type of rollover game. They're going to come in ready to win and to beat up on us. So we got to come prepared and make sure we give all our effort.
What are some lessons you think you've learned about this defense through the first 2 weeks?
I just say that they're resilient. Everyone, no matter what is happening on offense, special teams, defense, we're all going to come next play mentality and give it all we got. If we give up a big play, we know that everyone's going to get lined up, do their job the next play, and get a stop then. So I think just resiliency and the the will to be better. Everyone is coming in on Monday after the game and like finding things they could do better. Even though we had a great defensive game, we're all hungry to get better.
How much confidence is gained through the situations that you guys have been through for these first 2 weeks, specifically numerous trips into the red zone by SMU, but time and time again you hold them out of the end zone? Is there a lot of confidence gained from that?
Oh, for sure. When you see like your brothers making plays, that just makes you believe in them even more. So when everyone's doing their job and you see it all playing out how it should, it builds confidence for the whole team. And even I think it builds some confidence with the offense too, because they know that we're going to go out there and do our thing. So they have trust in us that they can go and do whatever they need to do to get the ball in the end zone.
How much fun has it been playing with Harry Taggart and Isaiah Glasker? This linebacking group is playing at such a high level right now.
It's been so fun. Obviously, I've known those guys since high school, so we've had a little bond from then. And then just getting to know them on a personal level here, and then all the bonding we did over summer, it's been great. Those two have been helping me, I've been helping them, and we've just really been able to play on the same level and be able to make plays side by side.
Harry's got the green sticker on his helmet. How much of an adjustment has that been from your perspective, getting calls from Harry rather than looking to the sideline for signs?
It actually hasn't been too much yet. We've been still doing a lot of sideline signaling, so we haven't used too much of that green dot. But as we get further down the road, I bet we're going to start to get the calls from Harry more than the sideline.
A few more moments with linebacker Jack Kelly. We're getting ready for BYU and Wyoming. Earlier in the interview, you touched on that defensive line. How have they played from your perspective through the first 2 weeks?
Wonderful. Like I was watching film, and there's things that you don't see on the stat sheet that they're doing, and it's crazy how much knockback they're getting off blocks, making plays, making things bounce to the linebackers so they can make plays. So it's really a lot of things that you might not see on the stat sheet, but they're causing havoc up there, and I'm really proud of what they're doing.
How nice was it to have Jay Hill kind of back in full go? I know things have changed. He's up in the box, but it had to have felt more normal this past week with Jay Hill back calling the defense.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, knowing he's up there calling the plays, he's been coaching us all week, so it's always good to know that we're going to have his full and best effort, and it honestly gives you another sense of purpose for someone to play for, because we have our bodies that we're able to use, and he almost didn't. So it's like I need to do what I can right now for him, just because of the situation that he went through.
Sounds like that experience galvanized you guys a little bit from the scare of the heart attack. Feels like maybe there's a little more or emphasis to perform for Jay Hill.
Yeah, for sure. You never know when your last day is going to be. That's what Coach N has been telling us all week. Like you could have your last down right now, and we don't know that. So play every play like it's your last, and just make the most of every opportunity.
You have a unique connection with Jay Hill, obviously from your time at Weber State, a long recruitment, a long relationship with him. Was that just shocking news back when it first came out?
Yeah, for sure. Like, at first I thought he was like playing a prank on us or something, because he wasn't in meetings. So I was like, what's going on? But then once I heard the news, it was like almost made me super emotional. Like, I was like, this guy that has been building a relationship with me for like the last 5-6 years has just almost lost his life. So yeah, it was definitely a hard time.
Last thing for you, what do you think the keys are defensively to get out of Laramie with a win this week?
I would just say do our job and trust the brothers that we have built on this team. If all of us are doing our 111th, I think it's going to allow us to play fast, physical, and stop the run, which then will lead to them having to throw the ball, which will get sacks, and that creates harder things for the offense. So I think as long as we play assignment sound football and we all trust each other, we're going to come out of there victorious.
Thanks for the time, Jack, and good luck against Wyoming.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're taking a break. This show brought to you by Any Hour Services, feature sponsor here of Cougar Sports Saturday, right here on KSL News Radio.